everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Cowboys come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Eagles going up against the Cowboys.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They go play action here on first down. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Second down following the run. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. So after the INT, here's Wentz. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Wentz now on first down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to...
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They're going to run. It's Sproles. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Prescott now on second down. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where...
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there on third down. 41 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. A second down throw for Prescott. Witten brushes him aside, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll run again with Blunt. And some room to roam now. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blunt, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season, and no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. Shotgun now for Wentz. Buying time to his left. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively. And in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was zero space. No gain.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nigel Bradham in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A first down throw for Prescott. The swing pass caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On second down, here's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. There he goes inside the 30. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. A first down carry by Elliott. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And some room to work. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Now a play fake. Wentz on the move to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Once again here on 2nd and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Wentz. It's over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On the toss, this is Blunt. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He's to the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Now a toss play to Blunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. A final shot before half for Wentz. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, a nice spin. Oh, and now he bowls him over, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Caught right side is Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Wentz. Screen pass to Blunt. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a carry for Blunt. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been complete. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nigel Bradham in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And this one will be brought back to the 22. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
And they'll go Wentz to Blunt here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given a little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it fourth down. Now Wentz, and that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 31 yards there and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people. But that's how he wore down defenses. Those exact type of runs.
And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard near the 42. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back near the 48-yard line.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They run for it with Morris. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. Big Alfred Morris unable to find his way to the marker. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Wentz going to throw. He's going to float this one deep. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one will be accepted. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Here's Morris. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderado. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And in this situation with a lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now the backup, Darren McFadden. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Darren Sproles. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
Well, we know one bench is jumping up and down in excitement right now after that punt return for a touchdown. Whether they go for a PAT or go for 2, probably depends on the team's philosophy, doesn't it?
Either way, made it a 1-score game. Still a little work to do, though, here in the 4th. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. This is Morris. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Prescott down, and Bryant's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. They run with Morris. And some space here. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. They run again with Morris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their third and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Second down, Prescott. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Morris. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Dallas, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.